Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful autumn or fall morning, and it's a very special day because today is Halloween, one of my favorite festivals of the year. My family and we celebrate Halloween. I watch horror films with the kids, and after we make up horror stories to try and frighten one another. And we have a pumpkin. We do the usual Halloween things. But out here in Slovakia, Halloween is quite a new thing, the Western concept of Halloween. And for me, the Celtic tradition of Samhain is almost unheard of. Out here tomorrow, November the 1st, All Saints' Day is extremely important. Extremely so. Now, I love Halloween. It's one of the two darkest nights of the year. The other being Walpurgisnacht, April 30th, or Beltane Eve. This is the day, or the night, when the dead walk. They leave their places of eternal rest and wander in the dark and the fog, and they try to gain entry into your home, which is why you have a pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern to frighten them away. This has its roots in pretty ancient history. While I love the horror aspect, it's tomorrow which really brings home the meaning of this entire festival. Because Halloween comes from All Hallows Eve, or All Saints Eve. And All Saints Day, All Hallows Day, tomorrow, is when people remember their dead. Out here, everybody goes on a pilgrimage to all the cemeteries which contain the graves of their loved ones, their family, their friends. They place candles on them, they place flowers, they clean the plot around the grave, they say a few quiet words, and then they go to the next village or the next town, to the next cemetery, to repeat the process until they've basically covered all those who they've lost. And the whole country does it. This is a very, very Slavic thing. It's a very solemn day. It is extremely depressing. When you look at graves and they contain multiple family members from the very old to the newborn, it's very sad. Many of these names you remember. In the West, we have forgotten our dead. How often do you visit a cemetery and just pay a little attention to those you've lost? It's a very, very special day. But what I'd like to talk about today is something that it helps us to remember. And this is called Memento Mori. Remember, you will die. Remember your own mortality. Because this is something really important you have to get into your head. Nobody lives forever. As Jim Morrison said from The Doors, no one gets out of here alive. And if you can keep that basic fact in your head, that you have a finite time on this beautiful, beautiful planet, maybe you will use that time to the fullest. You know, I myself am guilty of procrastinating or being lazy or, oh, I can't be bothered today. And each day that passes, you do not get back. That's another day gone. Tick. And tomorrow, there are multiple ways you can die randomly, and you've lost that opportunity. Memento Mori. My good friend Martin, the other day, gave me a load of roe deer skulls because he's cleaning out one of his properties and wants to redecorate. And each of these skulls reminds me of my own mortality. But the number of people I've known whose life from one day to the next goes poof. It is a constant reminder that we don't live forever. I don't live forever. You don't live forever. Many of these people I've known, they had fulfilling lives. They were well respected. They had a family. Their name will live on. Their blood will live on. But many were just completely lost souls. Maybe next time round they'll have a better innings. I've known quite a few people to take their own lives, and this is something I think perhaps everyone considers at some point. Maybe it's easier just to call it quits and step out. I have my own personal thoughts on this. I am definitely not pro-suicide, I will tell you that. But there are many, many ways that your life can end abruptly, whether through your own choosing or pure accident. Tonight, on Halloween, remember that the dead walk. Out there, beyond your doors and your windows, are the spirits of the lost, and the spirits of the angry. Make sure you lock your doors. Put your pumpkin in the window, just to keep them away. Wear a mask to terrify them. It also confuses them, so they don't know who you are. A technique used in Southeast Asia and some Slavic countries is wear your clothes inside out or back to front, and then spirits can't follow you. It confuses them. And then tomorrow, on All Saints' Day, on All Hallows' Day, spare a thought for those you've known and who've already left this mortal coil. Maybe gone somewhere else, or maybe they've already restarted. And remember that one day you'll be joining them. If you have plans, if you have aims and goals and ambitions, don't put them off. Start doing them. You've no idea when your time will be up. Memento Mori. if need be, like in the Middle Ages all the way up to the early 20th century, carry a coin with a skull on it, or a ring with a skull, or look at paintings. The number of paintings from the Renaissance onwards which had skulls in portraits, and this was for Memento Mori. And it may seem gothic, it may seem evil, it may seem dark, but it's not. This is not something we should hide from. This is something we should literally embrace. Remember your own mortality. The more you know that you are going to die, the more likely you are going to live. We can't play ostrich. It comes to all of us. As always, be free.